Welcome back to Dash Explore. If you have been following along on our trip so far, you have seen our adventures in Paris and Metz, France. We've had the best time exploring these new places as a family, and in today's video, you will follow along as we make our way to our next country, Germany. So Germany was where this whole trip planning process began, and I was especially excited for this portion of our trip.
When you find out one of your great friends from college is moving to Germany with her family in a couple months, you finally get the kick in the butt that you need to mail in a change form request for Haley's birth certificate that has a mistake on it so that we can get her a passport and we can take a family trip across the pond.
My college roommate, Christine, had moved to Germany about a year ago with her husband, Shane, and son, Luke, and had said we were always welcome to come and visit. We had been wanting to travel internationally since Haley was born, but since she was born in 2020, most of those plans went out the window. So since Andrew had a little bit of paternity leave left, we decided to use that time to travel to Germany together as a family and see our friends. Again, we started our day in Metz by packing up our apartment and heading to the train station.
All right, it is Sunday morning. Who even knows what day it is anymore? We are packing up our apartment in Metz. I will say this apartment is like 4 times the size of our apartment in Paris, and packing up all our stuff that has been dispersed amongst like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms in this apartment is exhausting. I wonder how much stuff I have. It's probably a lot, but we are packing up our stuff and we're gonna head out to the train station soon, and we have a lot more stops on our train today, so hopefully everything goes smoothly, and see you in Stuttgart.
When we traveled from Paris to Metz, we were able to book a direct train, but on today's journey, we would need to board 3 different trains, and I was feeling a lot of stress about whether the trains would depart and arrive on time, and about having to lug all of our belongings from train to train. Overall, we had a really smooth journey, and it was so cool to see all the different train stations in the different parts of France.
How's it feel? Is it cold?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, can I see your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, we are eating these croissants that we just picked up on our way to the train station in Metz, and I have the microphone out because there is such a delicious crunch, wonderful, flaky layeredness to this that I feel like you just really need to hear the sound.
That's so good.
Sorry to anyone that hates the sound of people chewing, but oh, so good. It's so good.
We also traveled through Strasbourg, so although we didn't get to see the Christmas markets like we had originally hoped, we could still say that we had been there.
Welcome to Germany.
When we finally arrived in Stuttgart, it was so incredible to see some familiar faces and be around people that felt like home. The train station is located right next to one of the major Christmas markets in Stuttgart, so we dropped our bags off in their cars and headed straight to the market. It was so interesting to be in a Christmas market in another country after spending the last 3 days at different markets around France. The Stuttgart market was way bigger and more spread out than either of the markets we had visited in France. The food options were slightly different, and my favorite difference was the beautifully decorated stalls. Naturally, our first stop was for some Glühwein, or hot wine, and some hot chocolate. Cheers! It was just as cold in Germany as it was in Metz, so it was a great way to stay warm.
Alright, so they have a rosé hot wine here, and it is by far the best hot wine we've had yet. So good. And we got these fancy glasses for the second round. So good, keeping us nice and warm.
And is it really a Christmas market if Haley doesn't take a ride on a carousel? After taking a lap of the market to see what all they had to offer, the kids were starting to get cold and tired, so we decided to head back to Christine and Shane's house since it was about 30 minutes outside of the city. We had only been gone for about 5 days so far, but it was so nice to be in someone's home with familiar toys and to have a home-cooked meal. The kids all got to play, and we had a slow night after a long day of travel. The next day, we had a lovely morning with coffee and breakfast before making the decision to head back into Stuttgart to explore more of the Christmas market. The German countryside was so beautiful with all the snow, and it really helped to get us into the Christmas spirit. There's so much more we could have done while we were there, but we knew that the Christmas markets were something we would probably only get to experience once, and we knew we had only scratched the surface the day before. The Stuttgart Christmas market was by far our favorite, and I still can't get over how beautifully each of the stalls were decorated. The glühwein was definitely our favorite here, and the food was also so delicious.
All right, we are in the Stuttgart Christmas market again. We have a hot chocolate for Haley and a rosé glühwein for us, and this time they gave us like an orange or a lemon. I think it's an orange, and it is delicious. What are your thoughts?
Fantastic. Just the little orange thing. Man, so good.
And then here we go. We have Haley down here who needs some hot chocolate. Sit up a little bit. Yummy.
Again, it was very cold out and about at these markets, so after spending a good part of the day there, we decided to head back to their house to warm up and decide where we would eat for dinner. Andrew and I both wanted to experience some authentic German beer and food, so we went to a restaurant close by, and this restaurant did not disappoint. Andrew ordered the schnitzel with fries, Haley got some tomato soup, and I had the spätzle, which is kind of like a mac and cheese or Alfredo sauce served over egg noodles. And of course, we got to enjoy our giant German beers.
All right, what are you doing? Tell us about it.
Having a big ass German beer. Can't wait.
On draft in Germany.
Hefeweizen.
I'm going
Oh man, that's good.
Does it hit different?
This one
sure.
is a
Okay, what are you having?
My turn. I am gonna have the Christmas festival beer.
Yummy.
I would attempt to say it, but I would do a
you see your
disservice to anybody
Christmas
that is
lights?
from Germany.
Das Boot.
It's good. I was expecting a little more Christmassy, but it has a little more flavor than some of the other ones we've had so far. So, Prost.
After dinner, we got home and got all the kids to bed because we knew we would have a busy day tomorrow as we packed up to head back to Paris so we could enjoy the last stop of our trip, Disneyland Paris. We had such a great time in Germany, and I so wish it could have been for longer. It was so nice to be with friends and have some time with familiar faces while we were away. If you are enjoying following along on our adventure, or if you want to follow along for more family travel tips, make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you can get notified when we post new videos. You can also follow us on Instagram @Explore. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and we hope that you will come back next week to check out our magical adventures in Disneyland Paris.